So, hello everyone. Now we are going to solve our second question from the series of top interview 150 question, which is remove element. Now let's see the question. So the question states that given an integer array nums and an integer val, remove all occurrence of val in nums in place. The order of element may be changed. Then return the number of elements in nums which are not equals to val. So what we are given is that we are given an integer array nums and an val integer, and we have to remove all the occurrence of that val from the nums and integer array. Next, it is given that consider the number of elements in nums which are not equals to val b k. To get accepted, you need to do the following things. Change the array nums such that the first k elements of nums contain the elements which are not equals to val. The remaining element of nums are not important as well as the size of nums. So it is given what we have to do. We have to change the array nums in such a way that the first k elements of nums contain the elements which are not equals to val. And it is also given that the size of the integer array is not important, and the elements rest after the k elements is also not important. Now we have to return the value k. Now it is also given how it is going to test our solution. So it will take the input array value, and it also takes expected nums or the answer which is going to be sorted. Then it is going to sort our solution, and it is going to check until the kth element. So if all the passes passed, then our solution will be accepted. So here you can see in the example, it is given an integer array nums, which is 3, 2, 2, 3, and we have to remove all the occurrence of 3 from it. So here you can see it will be 2, 2, and this 2 remains vacant, or it may contain 3, 3, it doesn't matter to us. So basically we have to return the value 2. So it is very important to notice that these two remain vacant or unnecessary is giving a hint that what we can do, we can take a two pointer. One is pointing to the first position of the nums, and second is going to traverse throughout the nums. And whenever we are going to get the element which is equals to val, we skip that loop and we move to the next position. So whenever it is not equals to val, we are going to insert that element to the first position. So let's try to code it, then we will going to understand it better. What we have to do is we have to take a int. Let's take j, which is equals to j pointing to first position of nums. Then what we have to do, we have to run a loop nums dot size. Now we have to check the condition that if nums our nums I our nums I is not equals to val. If it's not equals to val, then what we can do, we can insert that value at jth position. So we can do nums j is equals to nums I. One thing notice, we have to move the position, we have to move to next position. So what we are doing here is that we are moving our pointer, which is j pointing to 0 to 1, because it gets filled. Now whenever it is equal, we have to escape that part. So whenever it is equal in first position, it is going to be equal. So our j remains at this position and our I goes to this position. Then it is going to again check, here it is not equal, so it is going to insert the value 2 at first position. So this is how our code is going to run. Now finally what we have to do, we have to return our j, which is the index at which our last element has been inserted. Okay, now let's try to run this code. Okay, so it is successfully accepted. Now let's submit this code. Okay, so it is successfully submitted, and that's all. Thank you.